So welcome to Los Flamingos Golf Resort. I am going to take you on a little journey now towards the back of the resort, which will take in Marbella Club Golf Resort and also Monte Mayor. We're going to go past the Villa Padierna Hotel and head up into the hills. A lot of people don't really know what lies beyond Los Flamingos. They kind of come here and they come and play golf, or they might go to the hotel or go to the spa. I didn't realise that there's a whole other world beyond Los Flamingos. And you know what, I've been here for 20 years in the Costa del Sol, and I've lived in Los Flamingos for 9 years, and until I actually went house hunting, I never went up to the resorts behind this one. So it's not something that I would expect people to do, but once you're shown these areas, then they start to come into their own and make sense, particularly for those who just want a little bit more value for money away from the coast, because obviously the coastal prices are always a little bit more expensive. Los Flamingos now has grown up into a 5-star golf resort with this wonderful hotel and 3 very good golf courses on site. So to find the value now, you need to go kind of back into the hills a little bit more, or you need to land lucky. Really, that's the story behind it. But as I say, not many people actually venture further away from the coast than this. So we'll see what you think as we head out of Los Flamingos. So you'll see the sign there for Alfirini, which is probably one of the most difficult and challenging golf courses on the whole of the Costa del Sol. And it's a real favourite of good golfers, I would say. It's very long, as I say, quite challenging. So if you're a low handicap player, you'll enjoy playing this, I'm sure. And then the other main course at Los Flamingos is called Los Flamingos, and it's a more friendly course, particularly for higher handicap players, but just as beautiful. So you've got 2 very good courses to choose from at Los Flamingos, and you've also got Tramores, which is the third course as well. So this is the road that takes us north from the heart of Los Flamingos Golf Resort. We're still in the resort here. Excuse the speed bumps. The Spanish love a speed bump at the moment, so they're pretty much everywhere. To the right hand side, just below the road to the right, is the Alfirini golf course, which stretches all the way back into the hills north of the resort. And the resort itself is characterised by the use of this salmon pink colour. You'll see it coming up on this little bridge here. So you know that you're still in the resort when you see this colour, this paint colour being used. And as we get to the far side of the resort, you'll see that it's used on the boundary walls. So it's easy to work out. On our right hand side, that little tunnel actually was just going under the main highway, so the toll road, the AP7, which cuts through. Don't get much noise disturbance from it at all really once you're in the resort, but unfortunately there's no exit onto that toll road from this area. You have to go either west to Estepona, or you have to go east to San Pedro and then access the toll road from there. There is talk about the toll road becoming more accessible with more exits, but when that will happen, who knows. There was talk about the toll road becoming free of charge, but that hasn't happened. And it's one of those crazy things that drives us all mad here, is that, you know, the time that we need people to use the toll road is generally the summer months, and that's when the owners of the toll road decide to up the prices by, well, sometimes 100% or more. So of course that's when people don't want to use it, because it becomes very expensive, and then everyone ends up on the coast road and it becomes totally clogged up with traffic. So it's a little bit counterintuitive really. So we can turn right here to go to the driving range. You can see the salmon pink colour, so these are the walls. This is the kind of boundary of the Los Flamingos Villa Padierna Resort, and you'll see a big sign there. And once we've passed that, then we are out of the resort, and the next stop along the way will be the Marbella Club Golf Resort, which is a very beautiful place. I'm just going to be a bit cheeky and overtake this little truck. I call this the roller coaster road. You'll see what I mean in a minute as we come down, and then up again we go. But when you first drive it, you're like, oh my goodness, but it's fine. So coming up on our right hand side, you'll see bits of Marbella Club Golf Resort. You'll see the golf course laid out there and some very attractive villas. This is the roller coaster road. Marbella Club Golf Resort, as you would guess, is affiliated to the Marbella Club Hotel on the Golden Mile, possibly the best hotel on the coast. Owned along with the Puente Romano Hotel by the same family, and they've done fantastic work on both of those hotels. And Marbella Club Hotel is actually where the story of Marbella all started. And Marbella Club Hotel is known as being very elegant, very 5-star. It used to be a place you'd need to wear a jacket and tie for dinner, that sort of thing. It's a little bit more relaxed now, but it still has a little element of kind of old school class. And that's reflected as well in the golf resort. So the resort itself, the golf course, is only accessible to members or residents of the hotel, guests of the hotel. You can book a green fee, but you are down the list as a member of the public, and they stagger the tee times here very successfully so that there's never any overcrowding. As we turn right here, you will see what is one of my favourite little views on the coast, which is this stunning vista up into the hill. And this is Marbella Club Golf Resort all laid out for you in front of you. They have the security hut on the right hand side, very good 24-hour security here. And then there's 3 separate entrances. The first one, you can actually access the clubhouse, so members of the public can go and have lunch there, which I often do. Lovely little spot. It's like a little safari lodge actually. The next entrance, again, you can access some of the houses, but this is for the equestrian centre. So probably the best equestrian centre on the coast. They actually host the Spanish show jumping championships, and then there's a third entrance there. But yeah, Marbella Club Golf Resort, very exclusive, beautiful villas, some plots available as well. The villas tend to start at around 2 million, I would say. But there are some plots available. Naturally, probably the best plots have been taken for the villas that have already been built, but there is some land available at a decent price per square metre. And then we are now going from Marbella Club Golf Resort to Monte Mayor. This is the lower entrance to Monte Mayor, which is only used for emergencies. And it's very often at this point of the journey that you will see a family of wild boar or a family of deer crossing the road, which is very lovely. The deer, I tend to see them in the early mornings. I'm not really an early morning person, so I don't get to see too many of them. So you can see the road's a pretty good one. It's a little bit windy, so you wouldn't want to be doing this 8 times a day if you've got young kids, ferrying them to football practice and dance classes and God knows what. So it's not for everyone up here, but when you do get up here, the landscape, the views are stunning, and you're in a very natural environment. Lots of cork and oak trees, lots of pine. It's a very, very beautiful place. So Marbella Club actually took a decision to release some apartments for sale called Marbella Club Hills, which is on the right hand side just above this little hill on the right, and that's been very successful. It's pretty much all sold out, and they're releasing phase 2 very soon, which will be some villas and further apartments. That also has its own 24-hour security, so it's very secure and private up here. And then this is the entrance to Monte Mayor. Now Monte Mayor used to be a golf resort. It used to have an 18-hole golf course, which was known as one of the most challenging in the world. It used to drive a few people a bit crazy because it was so difficult. Sometimes you'd be teeing off blind and not knowing where your ball was going. So if you didn't have a bag of 10 or 20 balls with you, even if you were a pro, you'd be in danger. But the golf course is no more. Commercially, it just didn't work up here. So Monte Mayor went through a phase of about 6 or 7 years where the golf course was growing out and it all became a little bit messy. But it's got its mojo back now. The golf course has indeed grown out, so it just looks like a lush, beautifully landscaped, very private and exclusive development of villas now. And it has its own 24-hour security. They watch you come in and out and check your number plate now. And up here there are villas for sale, there are plots of land for sale. This is one of the areas where you can still get decent value for money in terms of price per square metre. On the left hand side you'll see a little whitewashed development down there on the left, which is a development of townhouses, very quaint, 2, 3, 4 bedroom homes, and that's called La Heredia de Monte Mayor. That was built by a developer called Marbella, who built La Heredia on the Ronda Road, and it has a fantastic reputation. People who like that kind of architecture love it. A villa being built here. I heard the other day that there's actually 14 homes under construction in Monte Mayor, which is a lot. So it is a place where people are putting their money. I mean, it's a place that I've put my money. I think it's a place where we will see growth in the future as people look for space and look for views and tranquility, which we all seem to be doing at the moment. It's a great place to work from home because you've got high-speed fibre optic internet. So everything is set up here. As I say, it's not for everybody, but for people who want a little bit of tranquility, peace, security, privacy, then this could be a really good option. And it's much, much cheaper than you'll find in other places that offer the same kind of thing, like Almadronel on the Ronda Road opposite La Zagaleta. But this, yeah, the minimum plot size really in Monte Mayor is around about 2,500 square metres. Most of the land, as you can probably see on our travels, most of the land is on a slope, on a hillside, so you need to do some retaining work, you need to build a retaining wall, do some land engineering. So I think the cheapest plot at the moment is about 180, 200,000. That's on a very steep plot, so you probably need to pay the same again for your land engineering and retaining walls. So for around about 350, 400, you probably have a flat plot that you can do something with in this region. I'm just going to take you up to a little point here. Some of the scenery up here is absolutely stunning, and it's surprising actually how good the roads are up here. You would expect, being so far up in the hills, that the road would be a dirt track, but these are really super roads, lovely lighting at night, so you never feel completely isolated, so to speak. Just going to take you down a little path here where you can see some of the nice views of the surrounding countryside. Some fabulous homes here. This one here I think is on the market for over 4 million euros. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed that little journey. You've seen 3 resorts, Los Flamingos, a bit of it, Marbella Club Golf Resort, and now Monte Mayor. And yeah, something for everyone really. And if you like views, tranquility and security, then this could be a great option for you.